Ooh, hot day out there, and if you think it's hot today, it's even hotter tomorrow. But it's going to be short-lived. We do have some storms that'll put an end to the heat. First, we did find a few isolated showers and storms this evening. WDSU first warning weather Doppler radar, but really everything fading fast. It's not going to be showing this. I'm not going to be showing this for too long. A couple of isolated showers that were really fading fast in St. Tammany Parish. There's the last of those in between Bush and St. Benedict to Covington. We also get a look to the South Shore near Thibodaux, but really over the parish line outside of there. Albemarle and Brule getting a hefty shower. That's the last of it. There was what is an outflow boundary headed into greater New Orleans west area, Des Allemands on the way to Luling. We'll see if that does something, but this time of the year, this time of the night, under these weather conditions, we're pretty much done with the rain. Temperatures right now still at 96 officially in town, 94 at Lakefront. Rain-cooled air, that's an outflow boundary, Slidell at 86. Even Galliano to Homa in the 80s, courtesy of what was once rain. It's cooled you down slightly. Still feels like 111 here in town and 109 in Bogalusa. That's heat advisory criteria going on for another 42 minutes. So we look at the umbrella cast over the next few days. You're going to want to need it in hand, especially Thursday into Friday. Stormy days coming, but you know that means cooler days coming too. Misery loves company. You see those heat alerts extend all the way to the Midwest, heat advisories, excessive heat, extreme heat warnings in between. But this plume of tropical-like humidity adds in with some energy that's a few miles up above, and that's going to combine to bring us some storms tomorrow evening, and that's going to put an end to this heat. No relief overnight here. That's a key takeaway too. Make sure everybody's got AC here, spots to get to even overnight. It's a range of only 76 to 83, so many close to 80, well in the 80s overnight tonight. Be really careful. During the day tomorrow, 30% chance of storms, but a 60% chance of storms Thursday evening. That should truly break the heat, but before it arrives, we heat up to 95, 97, 99. Slidell at 98, could feel as hot as 113. That's extreme heat warning criteria through the I-12-10 corridor, parts of Lafourche, Terrebonne parishes. Book ending is a watch. Again, watch means on standby. The warning means it's going to be hot tomorrow. I do expect heat advisories, at least at minimum, to go up surrounding. Scattered storms into Thursday. This should hold high temperatures down closer to around 90. Maybe some spots could be as warm as 94 Bogalusa, but I got us right around 90. Tarpon Rodeo, you're going to have to unfortunately dodge some storms for you. So that would be something, as temperatures aren't as hot, it's then the storms you'll have to get through. We still are keeping track of what's happening in the northern Gulf. By Friday morning shown here, we get that area of spin, the humidity here. The forecast out of Europe still has a 50% chance of a weak tropical depression. Really, as we saw last week, it didn't happen. We do feel it could still enhance the rain chances Thursday, Friday, linger into Saturday, Sunday, but the heat is right back going into Monday to Tuesday. Some of the best news, though, nothing developing in the Gulf, or at least officially the National Hurricane Center doesn't have anything in the Gulf, neither Caribbean or overall Atlantic. So I'll monitor that. I've got a story up at WDSU.com showing the graphics and what I'm monitoring behind the scenes. So we'll still keep close watch, but right now it's just an enhancement of storms Thursday, Friday, after the WDSU first warning weather alert day tomorrow for the extreme heat warning.